While the players rejoin, we shall get this underway for our opening gander. See who gets the front foot on this one. This time around, free counting shots. New to our screens. Returning back, however, Stealthy. After having a good set of runs. Only one though. Cloud. Bit of mixed fortunes in Hibs. Probably the favourite player for me on this field. Don't tell anybody else. Of course, Hibs actually teamed up with both these twos in certain points of his career, while Freecampton's shots played in the likes of Belong. Over there up in Scotland, Cal, former teammate of shots, don't know if they still are, but as far as I'm aware they are still currently LF1. But in this series, the pace doesn't feel necessarily impressive, but it has been quick enough to get a few players a little bit worried on their shooting. This is a passing play that should have been much better. Drop down. Like zigzag diagonal ball, sufficient enough to get the attack going. Not the score it though, and Cloud just saves stealth shot. And that's that just rumptiously hampered Hibs over the cross, sadly to nowhere, and free count beckons a little bit more. Bit of time depleted. Well, I've really seen two opportunities on goal. Quarter chances at that too. Nonetheless, gotta be a bit more threatening to have that into their favour. And shots. Small technical ghost touch, but he did whiff at the ball nonetheless and just glides across. 2 minutes and half the game gone by. We're going to be in that awkward situation where there's going to be somebody necessarily feeling they got to play a little bit more out of their skins almost. Cal. Just seeing demos as being sparked around and stealth. Not able to do much in Hibs. Back across. Where's this going to go? Oh. Where is it going to go? That's a good question. How about on target? Straight where the keeper looks foolish. Simply well worked. This, on the other hand, not to take anything away from it, it's a shoddy defence. Shouldn't be walking the ball in so comfortably as the way they've done. And this is an orgasmic little passing play. Sadly, not going to pay off for them. Like the little triangles, sets themselves up. If it's too obvious, on the other hand, it could be outplayed and turned against you. Good steal by Stealth. Shot should have been placed a little bit firmer into the corners. Worked the keeper, hope for a spill. But there was enough cleanup. Mopped up by Stealth, and he's going to have to do it once more. Doesn't leave the boost and forced into a play that he does not want to make. He's done well though. He's chiseled that ball out, made something off it. Cloud and Hibs, on the other hand, trying to make one of their own. For all the credit Stealth was given, may have just undone it there. Desperately flinging himself at the ball, and that clock ticking on down. The psychic of the players coming a little bit more questioning. That's a lovely passing ball. Just couldn't do much, and Cal pre-jump save. effective, efficient, and it works. Straight across and shots us, barrels one in. He was given an invite, wanted to know when a spot was available. The UK champion making himself known. Well, diagonal ball, chibbles and cross. With all that hard work done, doesn't matter what is said or what is placed for, if a 2-0 is a statement. I think Shot's going to be proud of that. First time on here. Two of them new to this. We've yet to really put a 6-0 onto the board. I'm not saying that's the likelihood here. But a 5-1 at one point could play in the mines here. 4-2 realistically should be where this ends up. It should actually go to the blue side. That is himself and Cloud. It's how much highly rated I give them. And when you set up obstacles in your own defense, doesn't give you that confidence to sit there and go, pick me. We'll pick the ball out of the net and we'll see what could happen. Shot's got a bit of work to do here under and free count. Don't necessarily know why he sat that long there. Moved out of the way, allows his third man to push on up. Could have given him more options, took away from the play. Shots this time around. A free count, chasing around after the ball. Does he feel inadequate with his two teammates? Are they suffering due to it? We'll have to wait and see. And Cal just going across and Shots back now, flipping across. Free count is there back in defence. Should be calmed, should be dealt with. Not exactly the way it should be envisioned. McLeod is trying to play a thorn and Shots. No flick and free count, just barrels that one high. Shots on the retreat as Cal moves across. And all three into the corner. They're super aggressive teams, but it does not work. And as Hibbs puts another one in. We're going to see how well effective it can be at times. Can only do that for so long without being punished. And that's off the post, so Lidwork ricocheting once more. Cal over the free count, back over the Shots. They know how to work the ball, and Cal tries to play it to the near post. And Hibbs just going away. Does he spot a bit of danger with that? Stealth on the hand. Gifting a free ball back down. The clearance game by either two sides lacking. There is points where it could be much better. And Cloud just trying to drop that down over the Stealth. Too slow. Out of position. Out of the play. All these finesses, all the mechanical skill to get that caress of the ball. What's it good for if you cannot find a teammate with it? See ball, hit ball, and Scotland seems to be connecting quite well with free count and Shots. Don't think Cal will be pleased, being the Englishman himself. South up around and Cal had to be careful, went low. Gives him at least some kind of advantage, getting the 50 to the side. The only problem is how much momentum carried across. Could easily just ricochet backfire. And Cloud. Where is the Fang attack here? That demo alleviates and Free can't out of position. Hibs should have a shot. Stealth cleans up. This is the problem here. Hibs doesn't get it. Cal has to technically go for it. Just where the ball goes, if it's shot much better there originally by this blue side, wouldn't talk about the defence. It's a horrible situation caused by them over aggressive attacking style. And Cloud once more trying to bite and go into it, and Hibs off his own backboard and shots not there. Second touch and Cloud just finds his teammate in time. That could have just been a disaster averted for the time being, but 1 minute and under. Free could have another shot here. Doesn't go put the ball behind Hibs. And the Hibbert once more finding another long distance clear. Free catches being hounded and hassled, demoed for its trouble. And Free just has to give time to his teammates. Cal back in time. Cal over to Free demoed once more. This is one of the most heaviest games based on demos we have seen. And it does not even have no in it. Now that's saying something. But it's 10 seconds now. Could we? Could we? Yes, we can! Just a shot on that. And the perfect spot. The right hole to place one in. And Cal tickles his fancy to a pace with OT. Triple zeros on that scoreline. And Cal once more flip reset. Not this time around. An OT it is. We'll have the eagle eye in chat of the doctor himself. Trucks, Mr. Rival Man himself. And Cal over the cross and Stealth. Dropping back, Stealth once more. Fading the Hibbert. Cal being outright, and this will be an opportunity. Stealth shot. Pathetic in terms of what he could have done with it. Cal saving a bit of free camp though. Crossball, 50 and shots into a ball. Cal, calm, collective, Stealth. Oh, did you feel the waves in the air? That would have been the crying of Scotland. They haven't found independence in this OT just yet, but it's Hibs up once more than Cal, bringing it across, but the pressure. Lackluster shots once more. Good save Hibs though, not taking any precautions. No protection on the defence. 3-2. Finally, one apiece in the series. Good to have you here, Trucks. But here we go, another rodeo. Third game in this set and series of 6. Free count. Just hitting it high, Cloud. Find an awkward way getting that one out, and Stealth over the Hibs, double surely. Flip reset, oh this is just painful. The moment he slides it across. Resulting in that play working out. And this could be something. Disarray at the fact they can do it. And Cal not getting it in shots, shooting accuracy. Just so horrible, so bad that was. They still had an attempt to get pressure going, not this time around. Free count over the shots, the pass again. Lackluster, the orange team in meltdown. Need to find something to gather a bit of confidence back. That should do it. This is not free-flowing. This is just stagnating in terms of ability. And shots once more barreled. Stealth should get the ball. Should be an easy pass. Hasn't done much with it. And there we go. A couple of fakes thrown in, and if that goes in, this should be the end of the stream. This was marketed as high-level bubble-clean players. And a ricocheting ball of a 50 doesn't even quantify into that criteria. Cloud. Freecant trying to find shots. And Scotland, that little duo arguing among itself, and Cal in the middle of it tries to hold it up. Freecant over to Cal, but again, where is the communication? Broken down in Hibs. Free shot. This is pressure. Now that can build. Just where is the structure to keep it going? Stealth over to Cloud. And Hibs. One fake. Oh, that's cheeky. The youngster. It's making the pensioners look a little bit foolish. And Cloud, Cal, good block, but where's Freecant? Out of boost, but got the ball. That's the priority. A tick box exercise worked out well this time. Sometimes it has to run off script. And Cal with no boost. Hibs playing that one too heavily. Cloud now left to disguise a blunder of an attacking opportunity with a bit of defensive masterclass. Shame the shooting, however. Didn't require anything. Pinch play, not working. High it goes, and Hibs across, over to Cloud. Cut out by Cal. Little bit more cleaner on the defence here. As Cal drops that one down. Shots. Playing that ball across, and we'll see Stealth launching the ball downfield. No control in his third game. We see Tox in chat. The rival series, and congratulations on a 3-1 win. Or wreck themselves. Well, Freecant will be just glad to find a goal in his column. Where was this 4 minutes ago? Demo, play, kickoff. The ingredients are there. This might go down as the worst series produced. This third game has shown us the bad, the ugly, and if there was any good in it, it has been wiped away from the memory. "40 seconds left. Hibs Cloud and Stealth will try to be salvaging one more goal to make the scoreline flattering their case and cause. That was a bit of a fluke. The 3 goals went by them. But neither series had two teams struggling to play. This one, on the other hand, it's a cage fight, and an own goal separates. A masterclass to just a very happy and aggressive man up front. Game 3. That's a symbolic Hibs on his back. Not a carry in sight. But we'll carry on onwards. Hopefully. The series will provide a little bit more of an uptake, because that was dreadful. Anyway, stopped and tuned out watching, I wouldn't blame you. Hopefully a reset mentally will be occurred. And Cloud catches, pops it over. This opening minute will be crucial to set the tempo. Bump on free count. That was the idea by Stealth, does not achieve it. And Hibs just backing it away. If he was a massive lorry, he would have a giant saying, caution. Large object moving. Beep, beep, beep. And there must have been something else beeping in the backlines too. Players from opposite sides getting a little bit interested with each other for the wrong or right reasons, none of which concerns me. However, Free can't miss that ball, he should be eyeing up something else, and Hibs takes advantage of that one. A 99-kilometer shot. This looks like the destruction of the orange side that should have occurred in game 1 and followed all the way right through. And shot second touch here has to be sublime. As Dunk, on the other hand, opportunity over the free count, can't score it. As Stealth gets away with it, but Cal double committed. And the fact that the blue side does not give them, but any relief here would be well received in shots. We're playing some of it. Cal straight down and Cloud. This could be something. This could be something, and that is something. The worst shooting accuracy we've seen all series, and that's the one that goes in. Oh my goodness. Welcome to Kindergartner Special. Oh, tell me, wondering there won't be another series after this. And I can only imagine what the YouTube recording in the comments will be looking at this one too. Too harsh, too rude. Well, you've seen what the others have produced. You can see why. Free count fortuitous with the pinch setup. And thankfully, on Twitch chat, that you can't see it while you're on YouTube, there's a few rival players watching and laughing, geeing up this gameplay and going, what? We're not worried. We're not worried at all that the next bubble scene has a lot. It will be a free rival series for them. Whoever gets relegated, more likely will go straight back up. And Hibbs, another block here. This is a complete disintegration of any form of gameplay. See ball, hit ball type attitude. Coordination here, and Hibbs doesn't even go for the save. There is an issue. Fact is, this gone close to 3-2. Shouldn't be a shock. 3 apiece here. Hibbs, Stealth include the favourites on paper. We'll be wondering a little bit more what they need to improve on. Nor launch at the ball, Freecant straight across. Doesn't necessarily beat anybody who would have threatened, and that's been a decent play. Where has this been? Cal on the back wall, wrong position, shots the closest one to it. Shouldn't have went for the third man. Or if Cal was in the right position, you wouldn't blame shots for going for it. Either way, it was the closest shots. Not necessarily the one to blame for it. But with 1 minute and 10 near enough. 2 goals is the ask. Freecant a little bit sluggish to get to that one. And shots off their own back wall, bumped by Freecant. But again, where is the third man? Where is the comms? If you're going to play aggressive, you're chasing down the game itself, trying to get 1 goal, 2 goals. Has to have a bit more to it. There is more threat from a cuddly toy from a kid's pram at the moment. And Freecant just being tossed around like a dog's chew toy at the moment. And it's owned by its own emission. 30 seconds now with shots. Sees Freecant, doesn't go for him. Demo here, sparks, and Freecant can't even get that one in. Is that going to be the one that goes in? It's a passing play, 11 seconds left. And Stealth straight across. 2 apiece in the series. That Demo will assist that cause. Something lacking here in the series. Hasn't been anywhere up to standard to the last ones we've seen so far. Maybe I'm being critical. Maybe I'm too heavy on it. Maybe I just thought there would have been that little spark of magic. There has been glimmers, there have been hopes for it. But they have yet to been that game that sits out and say, okay, we can play at that level. Back now to the passing play by Cal and Freecant. Little bit more cleaner, shots cleans up. And the winner of this one will have the chance to go on to win the series. We've had 1 draw already. At least in tonight's session, we will have the chance of going for another one. And Stealth is there. Demo, and where is the shot? Where is he? This is not the UK champion that I know. that I fell in love with. All of these players right now are playing like fragments of their former selves, and Cal cannot get that ball across. 1 minute gone. And Cloud straight across. Nobody there in support once more. Cal, on the other hand, tries to force a 50 with near enough an imaginary person that didn't even look like he was going. Self getting a touch. Hibbs now with a vital job in defence. Shots taking that option away from him as he brought it crossways. Slow little ball, delicate up and around, and shots going around. How much tame do they want to play in the corner? That's a pass over the free can't, and it's just millimetres away from being somewhat decent. Cloud just getting that one off the wall, and shallow little touch. Self doing well, and a pass over the shallow. That's insulting. That is just not. There's passing to your teammate. He could have scored that, Hibbs. He could have rolled it in. Could have double touched it to himself. He passed it, trying to be gentlemanlike. But we all know that's just trying to annoy the opposition, who couldn't even score a passing play to get one in. It's been a while since they've done it. Another Eagle Eye viewer, fellow Bubble League player himself, Noah, in chat. Be interested to see what he thinks of this series with half the game still to go. Stealth. Cross and Cloud, beckons, and Cal with a block. Will we have a series, a game or two within that stands above the rest? We have been shy of this. This has been a slog of a series. And I think the series has been filled with more whiffs than good touches. And Cal, up and round. This is somewhat decent. Gets the touch. Hibbs in an awkward situation. Stealth had to get a touch, and Hibbs just trying to sit close, sit firm and back, trying to give as much angle he could to get the save wherever it was going. Right out here, execution not taken, and suddenly 2-1. And the Scots plus the English one having a chance here. Stealth across over the Hibbs. Cloud going across, and Cal beckons, and this will flurry up around. Hibbs beaten, Cloud alone for the time being. An execution into the middle. Shots takes that one out. Stealth holds on to the ball. Has to be a pincher drop down. Tries to go for a mixture. And shots. Almost like a kid when a scary film's on the television. Cowardly into the net. To the near post, trying to make sure the defence was covered. Done his job, gets away with it. Free count, just forcing his point across. Gets a goal because of it. Will not go down as a classic this series. There's potential for one good game after this. We've secured a draw. Unless Hibbs and co has something to think about it. And that pass, Hibbs just rotating away. Cal just launching it to the ceiling. And Hibbs in an awkward situation. And this ball's being played so not even majestically across, trying to get a passing play. It's just anywhere there's a bit of grass to, they're just finding it and hitting it. 20 seconds for a glimmer of an OT. And most people will be going, oh, lasts for 5 minutes, it's filled with quality. Wouldn't be surprised people will be begging for 5 seconds. Hibs might not even get to the OT. Stealth, on the other hand, forced to 50. Cloud cuts it across and shots. Slucky's to get up there, and Cal has actually will bounce that across, and Hibs shots kept it up, but 3-2, no OT. Does this series deserve a winner? Well, Chad, I'll let you decide on that one. But while Stealth tries to recreate and rejoin into this one. As far as I'm aware, Stealth's still within the lobby, within Discord, so it must be a game issue. In about 6 series before this point, we only ever had 1 draw. We've had 1 tonight. We could have the second concessional draw. But this has to be an improvement. A win on the cards, another draw available. And Hibs free count battling. Stealth gets involved into it, and Hibs tame onto a ball, flick past one, bump onto shots. That it's 20 seconds gone. The importance on pace not being fully vitalised. They are in comms. They should be able to trust each other. Free count and shots. A romantic notion that they should have went for it. And Hibs, well, they got a touch onto it. Free count goes high. Oh, up and around. But Stealth should have got this. Last man, yes. Bump, even so. Has to be aware of what free count was doing. There was not a risk of a flip reset. There wasn't a risk of going low. It was only high being the option. And Stealth got beaten. They're now facing a loss. And Cal, who was he trying to fake? Gets to the cross. Stutters a little bit. Gets the goal nonetheless. Confidence clearly dented. A minute gone. 2 goals up to advantage. Hibs, Stealth and Cloud now have to ask themselves what they can do. Cloud up and around. Second touch won't be there. Necessary for a 50, however. No boost. Will collect it on the steel. Hibs just trying to find touch Cloud. This is much better in the post. Gives a rejection away. Cloud keeps it high. Stealth doesn't go for the bump. Clow. Oh, that's a free clearance he should have had. Free count, on the other hand, cleans up the mistake, and shots trying to keeps it up, props it. Force a 50 out of one of them. That was the attention on it. Doesn't exactly work as the way the imagination was thinking, but the wheels, the clog on his mind still working. 3 minutes now. 2 goals as the odds still remaining. And free count has just helped Stealth out. Just propped it up like a door, this one. Two minutes 57. This happens in tournaments on a regular basis. Sometimes a horrible and ugly series has to be played before it flourishes into something beautiful. I'll let you know when that occurs. That unfortunately might be the next series after this. We'll have the game go on. OT. Not a huge ask, but that's where they have to go. But 2 goals scored against them. That's all what they should be thinking. 1 goal at a time, but OT has to be the major thought. Thinking of 3 goals ahead will just cause more problems, and dividends paid to Shots and Co for getting the lead in the first place. Saving boost Cal, flipping forward, none left. Spolted outwards, and Stealth has a shot. Freecant, good save in terms of the contacts. And Hibs shooting that one on target. No pass, no confidence. This is not the Hibs we know. And Cloud done well to try to hold up the pressure. Stealth, on the other hand, has to do likewise in a worse situation. And this is it over. Even Shots knows it, says it. I know it, the viewers knows it. Cal backing it up, trying to be the big man, walking in. Shame Cal's only the sidekick in this mastermind type play that Shots trying to get into the head of the opposition. And there's another one rattled on in. Stealth leaves. Well, you're only as good as you are on the day. Stealth was not. He's rejoined, thought about his actions. He saw the principal, apologised, walked back awkwardly into the classroom with all the kids staring at him, pointing and laughing, and still has the gumption and saying to Sir, I've lost my homework. The dog said it. I don't have my textbook. I don't know how to read anymore. He's going to have to improve and buck up his ideas next time he plays, but this has been an absolute shambles. Both teams deserve to be critiqued and punished, but suddenly in Game 6, this has been somewhat the most better. And this could be a Brazil on our cards too. No Brazil, Hibs getting one back. They'll just have to fight their way back, trying to make the scoreline a little bit more respectable now with 50 seconds left. This game was done and dusted 2 minutes ago. The moment when Shots wrote that in the chat. There wasn't even a fight back. And that's what I'm more annoyed with. The goal, yes, by Hibs, somewhat gives them salvation. Stealth over the Cloud. That one will go in. Just make the scoreline look good. That's all that we asked for. And Hibs saying that you did lose games to Cloud. Doesn't matter about the games. It's the series itself. And 4-2 is what it will go down to. Does not matter. Nobody, very rarely anybody goes into the history books and say, ah yeah, they won 2 games. It wasn't as bad. To look if you won or lost the series. That's all that people mostly care about. In game number 6, how appropriate. 3 goals, 2-6. And the Scottish wins 4-2 on the night.